know that we all hate doing the dishes after eating dinner, but it's just one of those things in life that you have to do, unfortunately. So, like the grown adult you are, just suck it up. Instead of using real palm leaves from the trees growing outside in nature as the plates because you're too goddamn lazy to pick up a sponge and squeeze a little dish soap onto it. And what makes me feel so insanely angry about this video is the fact that she just rolls the leaves up and throws them directly in the trash afterwards, when this didn't need to be done to begin with and could have just been left alone to flourish on that beautiful tree. You did all of that just so that you could avoid doing a few more dishes that you still had by the end of the video. So because you already garnered dishes during the entire process, you may as well just wash a few extra plates too. But if that didn't piss you off enough, here's this video of a person who has purchased a tub full of little bags that she willingly spent money on while knowing full well she was never going to touch them ever again, and then just throwing them away like they are actual garbage. You suddenly decided that you don't want all of these bags that you knew you didn't need to begin with? Fine. But why do they have to go in the trash? Are you too lazy to leave your goddamn house so that you can donate them to your local thrift store instead, so that they can find new life in a new home, rather than spending the rest of eternity on some landfill in the middle of nowhere? Ipsy bags, which are the bags in the video, are $14, and you have at least 50 of them, which means that not only are you wasting the bags, but you've just wasted $700 of your own money.
Brother,
Or, and just hear me out here because this may be an unpopular decision, but just flick the goddamn bug off of the bag. I know, right? That bag was still in pristine condition. That little guy did absolutely nothing to your bag. Can you imagine if somebody threw a piece of their clothing away every single time a fly or a mosquito landed on the material? Yeah. That sounds pretty brain dead, doesn't it? Now we have the second coming of Einstein here, who thinks they're the first person in history to have discovered that perfume has chemicals in it, and to prove that it's toxic, the idiot sprays this perfume directly onto the grass and kills it for absolutely no reason. I'm sorry if this is gonna sound harsh, but I don't know how you graduated high school. Let me explain this in a way that you hopefully understand. Plants love fertilizer. Does that mean humans should ingest or rub fertilizer on our skin? No. Humans can safely use deodorant to smell good. Does that mean deodorant is good for a plant? No, no, no. I can eat chocolate. Does that mean I can give my dog chocolate? Absolutely not. A lion in the safari can eat raw meat. Does that mean I, a human, can eat raw meat? No. That is how different creatures operate on planet Earth, ma'am. Is this your first day here? One thing that's safe for one creature to use or consume may not be so safe for another creature to use or consume. And you've just killed an innocent patch of grass to prove a point that we've all known since the second grade. And if that wasn't horrific enough, here's this person who has quite literally waxed the goddamn earth by cutting squares of grass off of the ground to place onto their bathroom floor to create an ugly aesthetic in an environment that doesn't need to be aesthetic, because you're just supposed to clean yourself. Because without soil to grow roots into, the grass is just gonna die in a matter of days. So you've just pulled all of this beautiful, healthy, and full grass out of its natural habitat just exclusively for an Instagram reel. And then what? After a couple of days, it's gonna die. So then what are you gonna do with it? Can we just leave grass alone? Can we unanimously agree to do that? Unpopular opinion, but sometimes it's just easier to throw the donations out. Sometimes it's easier to just buy something from McDonald's for dinner rather than just make something at home. But does that mean you should? No. Are you aware of how flawed that mentality is? Just because easier doesn't mean it's better. Either stop buying things you know you don't need or you know you're not going to use more than once, or just list it on your local free stuff Facebook group so somebody who wants it can come just take it off your hands. Hell, if you want to make a little extra coin in the process, just list it on the Facebook marketplace. There's always going to be an alternative than to just simply unnecessarily add to the landfill. So stop being lazy or stop buying things. And don't even get me started on this absolute clown who pretends that she's making her 5-year-old the most unhealthy meals imaginable just for attention on the internet. Not only are you wasting money, not only are you purposely making food inedible on purpose, but right after making this video, you know this just went directly in the bin. How disgusting is it that we now live in a world where people will walk into a grocery store and intentionally buy food knowing that they're just going to throw it out as soon as they're done creating their rage bait content? We're in a recession right now. The price of food in general has become outrageous. And there are millions of people who can't afford to feed themselves or their families right now. And this is what you choose to do with the privilege that you have to do so.
Baking a cake in my Stanley. I thought it'd be so fun to get a Stanley shaped cake, so I said, why not? Let's try it. I sprayed that inside, poured in all this stuff, and in it goes. I'm not gonna lie, this did damage my water bottle, so do not do this at home, but I got some really cute frosting, added some sprinkles, and it's adorable.
Wasting a $40 Stanley cup, wasting $20 worth of accessories, and wasting an entire box of cake mix. All for what exactly? Genuinely, what was the purpose of this video? Because the only thing you've achieved by making this video is exposing yourself to the lead that's inside of the cup that can only be accessed if the cup gets damaged, which you've succeeded in. So congratulations! Was all of the waste worth the lead poisoning, babe? Then there's this person who's doing a drink dispenser restock by pouring 3 entire bottles of Diet Coke into a giant dispenser with a boatload of ice, so that not only is the drink itself losing all of its flavor by being watered down, but it's legitimately going to go flat because you're leaving it to sit out on a bench overnight. This is not a restock. This is just you being greedy for likes and views. You know what would have been a better idea? Putting 1 bottle into the fridge and then leaving the other 2 bottles in a cool, dark area until it's time to put them in the fridge for you to consume, so that you always have cold, fresh Diet Coke to drink. Duh! Is it cool or is it funny to do dumb restocks like this? So can we just put an end to them, please? Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to a cafe that sells coffee, but instead of ordering a cup of coffee, I'm going to create even more rubbish by purchasing a plastic tube of terrible coffee to squirt into this cup of water, just so that I can throw it away afterwards and create even more waste that was completely unnecessary to begin with. What a brilliant idea! The fact that this person created even more trash by going to Starbucks instead of just using a reusable mug at their own house to show this product off tells me all that I need to know. Sorry, it does. But we aren't done with coffee just yet, because a new trend on TikTok is to scoop crap tons of coffee into a cup, hold it under running water, and waiting for it to turn from brown to clear to prove that you're healing because of your significant other. Congratulations, TikTok! Not only are you wasting coffee that's expensive to buy, but you're letting your water bill skyrocket for an idiotic trend. Again, not everybody is lucky enough to have access to clean water. So to be using clean water for corny trends like this is actually gross. As if there's not millions of other ways to show people that your crush is making your life better. Oh my god. This is healing. Healing from sugar addiction. Healing from dieting. Healing from food noise. Healing from chaos. surrendered, calm, free. No, dumbass. This is you intentionally putting together a perfectly delicious ice cream sundae and completely destroying it by running it under tap water just to prove that you're not addicted to sugar? Let me just say something. Chances are that if you have to do this to your ice cream just so that you won't eat it, more likely than not, you're probably still addicted to sugar. You just ignore its presence in the freezer entirely. You wouldn't care about it. You're wasting food to prove a point that isn't even true. But what truly gets to me the most is the influencers buying overpriced cups, then buying unnecessary accessories for it on Amazon, and then buying a bunch of food from notoriously expensive luxury grocery stores just for comments and shares on TikTok. You bought Hayley Bieber's smoothie, sushi, cauliflower wings, sea moss gel, and a macaron. None of this even pairs together at all. So you bought this food just to flex. In a world where now a single slice of pizza is $4, despite the fact that in 1990 an entire pizza was $4.
Pizza Hut presents the $4 pizza deal.
We get one pizza.
Regular price.
With 4 more pizzas are each.
$4.
For a limited time, first pizza regular price up to 4 more, just $4 each.
And the fact that a pack of wings for a family is over $200.
This is for anyone thinking of moving to Canada. Our food prices are outrageous. Here we have a pack of drumsticks from Costco, $202 for this pack, or $224 for this one.
And in a world where pasta used to cost 68 cents, but is now over $3, videos like this are just so tone deaf. And the mindset that these out-of-touch TikTok stars have genuinely pisses me off. You can afford a phone, so clearly you can afford a cake. You're a fuckwit, and I'm being nice. I'm not even going to entertain you. So please, let this comment speak for me instead. That's like saying, wait, you can't afford a car? But you have a house. How does that make sense? You look like Boo-Boo the damn fool right now. Anyways, guys, my blood pressure is through the roof right now. So we're gonna end the video here. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.